Who's the judge?
The judge is God.
No Need to Debate, a podcast. No Need to Debate, a podcast.
Who's the judge? Who's the judge? Who's the judge?
The judge is God. The judge is God.
No Need to Debate, no, a podcast.
Who's the judge? Who's the judge? Who's the judge? Who's the judge?
The judge is God.
Who's the judge?
No Need to Debate, a podcast.
Yo. Testing. We here. Welcome to the No Need to Debate podcast. I go by Marc-Baze. That's Marc-Baze. Can't forget the hyphen. I'm not doing this alone. I'm here with my family. I'm here with my cousin Rome.
You already know, man.
You know, so on this journey, we intend to have healthy dialogue driven by music, preferably hip-hop, R&B, you know, the culture, everything culture. These convos, they should highlight the fact that our individual experiences in life and with music shapes our taste in music, and that taste is unique. Even if we don't, you know,
Agree with each other or
Exactly.
necessarily, have the same point of views, we definitely gonna get it across and it's all positive, you know what I'm saying? Like we say every week, it's positive, everything is positive. Just rock with us, man.
if we don't allow our opinions to be skewed by what's popular or what's trending, who knows what type of conversations we have and who knows what type of growth we'll be able to accomplish. You know, our stances on music may be different, but just like everything else in life, such as politics, religion, abortion, feminism, all the isms, it should be respected as long as you're willing to have an open dialogue about it, you know.
Definitely.
Now, like I said for the last 3 episodes, although the name of the podcast is No Need to Debate, we'll be forced to debate because Rome be having some crazy hot takes. Like, he'll say some shit and I'll be like, how? It just does. It don't make any sense to me.
Y'all gonna see what's up, man. Y'all, you know what I mean? That's what y'all here for. Y'all gonna see the point of view. He always saying I'm wilding and shit like that. Y'all definitely gonna see. I ain't wilding, man. You know what
For
I'm
the
saying?
first 2 episodes, he's been media trained,
He
but
talking this media train shit.
he's
Sound
been
good.
media trained. But if you hear the shit that this nigga say off camera, I don't know. I got my brother in the background. Like, I think he could vouch for me.
Listen,
I think he could vouch for me.
It's 2 against 1, so y'all here with me, man. Y'all definitely here. You
Y'all
know what I mean?
here? Oh, he
Yeah,
used
they
the
here. You know what I'm
math.
saying? Yeah, that's a
He
fact.
did
They here
math.
with me,
He did math. Okay.
We gonna outnumber y'all. You know what I'm
You know.
saying? Y'all here with me.
Even though our thoughts and our opinions, our stances on music may be different, it's that passion is our love for music and the industry. You know, both of us are artists. I don't care what anybody say. So, you know, it's our passion and our love for music and the industry from a consumer's perspective that allows us to have these conversations. And also, you know, geeking out about random shit like our top 10 hip-hop songs ever, our top 10 lines, so on and so
Albums.
on. A bunch of random shit, you know? So, grow with us.
Rock with us, man. We definitely gonna be a journey, but we here, man. We gonna, I'm saying, we gonna get it together, everything gonna be right. But you know, we here, man. I'm saying Saturday, just seen this Canelo fight. I'm saying my man Canelo fucked him up. No Moss in the 3rd round, you know what I'm saying? He ain't won no more.
The nigga had me here watching boxing.
It's crazy though, cause Canelo, you know what I'm saying, he just fought like 2 months ago. They put this guy in the ring, he ain't fighting 2 years, so definitely was looking crazy. He definitely looked like he ain't fighting 5 years. The way he was fighting.
Who the dude that he fought?
Yeah, they should have put him in the ring with me, you know
that
what I'm
didn't
saying?
look like equal.
Looking crazy, yeah.
Matchup.
He's supposed to have a title or something, I don't know, but definitely a good fight. We ain't shit, you know what I mean? For the 3 rounds it lasted, you know what I'm saying? I guess it was a right.
Who you think Canelo could fight that it would be challenging? I'm not into boxing, so I don't really know. I know a couple names. Like, can he fight Gervonta Davis?
Nah.
Can they?
Gervonta
Why
Davis
can't
in
they
the-
fight?
Gervonta Davis 130, 135.
So
He
you know,
fighting at 167.
Canelo.
160, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he is.
What's the lowest he ever came down? Because Floyd is light.
156, 157. I think him and Floyd fought at like a catch weight.
So you don't think Davis could go up?
Hell no.
Nah.
Hell no. He will. First of all, Davis shorter than me. I'm like 5'7". Davis like 5'3". Davis, he got to stay in his weight class. It's too much. But as far as Canelo definitely the best fighter in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Right now. I don't think nobody fucking with him right now.
I don't watch too much boxing, but watching the fight, he looked focused. He didn't move his eyes. Like, his eyes is gazing on his opponent. It's wide open. He looked super focused, clean, and confident. He looked like he had no thought in his mind that this dude was going to win.
Yeah, he been through it. He definitely got a lot of experience. You seen 50-something fights, so you know he definitely got a lot of experience. He been in there with the best. He definitely got that on his side. And it's power. He young. He only 30 years old. So there's a lot of shit on his side. You know what I'm saying? He definitely on his way to being one of the best boxers ever in the Hall of Fame and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Being a Mexican fighter and crossing over to America and having that fame and that star power, he definitely, you know what I'm saying?
You into boxing. Do you know who has the most fights?
It would be back in the days. I can't tell you. It would be somebody from like the 70s.
Is up there in the hundreds?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely?
Hell yeah. Up there.
Way past the hundreds?
Yeah, probably like 200.
And they like regarded as nice?
Nah.
Or they just was boxing?
Because they was just boxing.
Nah,
you gotta think they was watching a bunch of bums. You know what I'm saying? Any nigga that want to get in the ring, they call out a fight. You know what I'm
this
saying?
is like bum fights then.
Yeah, you can't really count these niggas having two. But I could say, it became an era where like Sugar Ray Leonard and even Floyd Mayweather Sr. and shit like that, these niggas was fighting 15 rounds and shit like that. So
damn.
And those were great fighters. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't take nothing away from them. And they had a lot of fights. They might not have had 200 fights, but they was fighting 15 rounds. So we can't say just the old fighters wasn't really, you know what I mean? It was just in a certain amount of time where them niggas, certain fighters was having 200 certain fights where a lot of them wasn't, you know what I'm saying, wasn't recorded. Nobody had recordings of it. So niggas said they fought, but you know, how we know? You know what I'm saying? Nigga gonna say but it's crazy because speaking of that, Canelo got like 15 fights or something, 20 fights something that he said he had in Mexico, but they don't count it. He said they know when he came to America, like they didn't count some of his fights. So he always say like he like 70, he got like 70, he's 70 something and one. Cause he got like 20 fights that, you know what I'm saying? But he spoke about it early in his career. But shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But definitely over 200. It was fighters back in the days, over 200 fights. But they was fighting a lot of bums, like I said.
You remember when you used to box, when you used to go to the boxing gym?
Yeah.
You got them gloves from Modell's?
Yeah.
Remember you used to bring the gloves to Eldit? Yeah. Yo, did you box one time on Eldit? Remember they used to have boxing matches?
Did I?
Didn't you box somebody? It was a couple boxing matches that
I don't think I ever boxed. I don't think nobody boxed me. Did I? I might have lumped him up a little bit. Might have lumped my man Raheem up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Might have lumped him up. That's my guy.
Oh man. But we here. What's the vibe? How you feeling? How you been feeling over the last few weeks? How you feeling about, everything going on in your life? Where we are. How you feeling today? What's your energy like today? What you grateful for?
I'm grateful for life, man. I woke up good. I got some good sleep. You know what I'm saying? Wifey was rubbing my head, passed out. You give one of them hair washes. It was like one of those massages without the hair wash. I got that, passed out, woke up good. Good sleep. I'm feeling good, man. I hope everybody COVID-free, staying safe, man. Masking up like we always say, man. You know what I'm saying? Distancing. Trying to live life, get past this, you know what I'm saying, one day at a time. But me, I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah.
Ran into some traffic on my way over here, but it's all right. Definitely feeling good. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. We going a third week straight.
Mm-hmm.
Sipping on some sour monkey.
Yes, sir. He's sour monkey in
it.
Sour monkey, you know what I'm saying? That's his ritual. Every week, you got to have his sour monkey, you know what I'm saying?
Listen to a bunch of music over the last 2 days, getting ready for this discussion this week. I'm grateful for life, family, being able to wake up, see my family another day. Everybody came over here this week, and I wasn't expecting that, so it's good to see everybody. Good to see that everybody's doing good. Their spirits are high. We've been through some shit over the last few years. And I'm saying 2020 was crazy, but over the last few years, like just building up to 2020, it just seemed like shit is getting worse and worse and worse. And you know, I like to remain optimistic, but I know that it can have an effect on us and like
mentally, everything.
Sometimes we aren't even aware of what's taking place. So I'm just grateful for the fact that I could sit here and enjoy time with my family and, you know, discuss music. That's what we here for. So last week, this nigga said some wild shit to me. And
y'all gonna hear this. Yeah, he always saying, hold on, before you say, he always saying I'm saying some wild shit. Y'all gotta listen up, man. What's the wild shit I said?
Okay, so we're in 2021, and he told me that 2 weeks ago was the first time he listened to Drake View's album. Now, I'm not too surprised by that because when Views first dropped, the reviews were mixed. And the first time I listened to it, I wasn't confused. I was like, what's this? Second time I listened to this, I was like, this shit is fire.
You
this shit is heat.
When it first came out?
Yes, when it first day, soon as it came out, you know, like I told you last week, the first time I listened to this shit, I was smoking out of an apple with my fucking roommates. You know, the niggas was electrical engineer majors and shit like that. So, you know, that's the first time I listened to Views. So when you told me that you didn't listen to it, I know a lot of people listened to it and the reviews was mixed, but a lot of people listened to it. He was breaking a bunch of streaming records. A lot of people listened to it. So when you told me that was the first time.
A lot of songs charted, though, so you can't really... It's not that I didn't listen to it. I could say 50% of the album. 50% of the album charted.
You didn't hear 50%. You thought you heard 50%.
No. I mean, I actually heard 50% of the album. I could say I heard 50%.
You thought you heard 50%. We played it today, and you was asking me, what's this song?
Let's say 40. I heard 40%. I could say 40%.
This nigga heard 20% of the album. Because
yo, Drake 40% of the albums
charted.
You can't say that. That's Hotline Bling, Fire and Desire, Too Good, Pop Style. Come on, One Dance, Controller. Those are all songs that charted.
Yeah, and that album like 20 songs long.
I mean, it's
all right, okay.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Whatever.
Grammys, come on, Grammys. That's like 10 right there. Still Here. Come on. That's like 10. So
you just naming shit right now.
No,
you just asking me the names of those songs. You know they charted. But now you know because you're looking at it.
Those are the songs that I know off the back that charted, that I heard on the radio. I was hearing those were slowing around. They were spinning. You can't say that. Those are the songs that are on the album.
Now listening to it straight through. Like, what's your thoughts?
The songs that I didn't hear that didn't chart are like good songs too. Like those are crazy. So I would adopt. Those are songs I like better. Like a lot of the songs that didn't like Western flows. Like there's a lot of
Western
songs.
Road flows. Yeah.
Even the we just heard right now Redemption. Hype is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was talking, you know,
and that didn't even go crazy. I don't understand how that didn't go. When you heard it, and if you heard it, you was like, "This is a great song." But I feel like it didn't really go crazy for how good it actually was.
And we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. It goes into that conversation about what makes a classic. Those are one of those, and I'm gonna speak about why. Those are one of those songs that makes a classic album, even though it didn't chart. And
Redemption.
Hype. I'm gonna give. We're gonna speak about that later when we get into that. But for me, that's definitely one of those songs that gravitated to me and made me understand him in what he was going through at that time. It definitely put you in his mind frame, and you know what I'm saying, I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm gonna speak about it later, but that's one of those songs that stuck out for me on the album, and it made me like, you know what I'm saying, you know, I like, for me, for a rapper to have a classic album. Speaking of that, they gotta have singles that chart. They gotta have I say a classic album, at least 5 charting songs. But for me, they gotta have timeless songs on the album, and they gotta have vulnerable songs. Like you're not just swagging a song out. You actually rapping what you thinking. There's no just, you know, a lot, and it's cool. Those type of songs are always cool. Riding the beat and just going for a flow. But like, if you don't have that song for me that I can hear vulnerable, and you speak, that's actually you speaking. You're not just rapping. Like you speaking and you talking. Those, I mean, right. I gotta hear those type of songs. So right. That's what that is for me. You know what I'm saying?
number one, the intro has to grab me. I'm not necessarily saying it has to be fire, but it has to grab me. And Drake is known for some fire intros. He's known for some super fire intros. Tuscan Leather,
outros also.
Probably one of the best top 3 intros in hip hop ever. Tuscan Leather is fire. But with Views, like you said, what he was going through in that time, you know, the whole ghostwriting shit came up, the controversy, it came at him strong. Even though he got niggas up off of him because Back to Back went crazy, the controversy among certain fans was like, damn, this nigga don't write his own shit. I can't take him serious. And niggas was looking for a reason to hate Drake, even though he was great. So when If You're Reading This Is Too Late dropped, and it was a surprise album and it still went crazy, niggas was just looking for a reason to, you know, throw this nigga off the square. So when the ghostwriting shit came, it was like, damn, it was a huge controversy. Remember, Twitter was going crazy at that time. And, you know, a couple days later, he dropped Charged Up. And it was cool. It was funny. Like, the niggas I was around in college, our humor was along the lines of the humor in Charged Up when he dropped Charged Up. So it was funny. And then when he came back the next day, with Back to Back, it was like, oh, this nigga is a psycho. This nigga is out of his mind. You understand? So,
but you know what's crazy? The thing about it is, like you were just saying, he still had people that wasn't perceiving him in the way they are now. I feel like because when he was going through that, it was more of street nigga versus a nigga that's this singing ass industry nigga Drake. You know what I'm saying? So even though he was making good music and he was, you know.
But is there anyone who could deny that Back to Back was a great comeback and it was just a blow?
You know what niggas did? They hated on it because Drake's not a street nigga. So you got all of, even me. I was one of those niggas. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was what? Meek what? ain't no way, nigga. I'm going, nigga, he dissing me now. Fuck Drake. Until, you know, you get around and you start, because I'm looking at it like Meek didn't really elaborate. Oh yeah, he got somebody to write his verse on Rico, but you know that put out the idea and the stigma that he got somebody to write everything. Like just Drake doesn't write anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was at with. I was like, oh shit, this nigga. You know, I'm finding out Drake ain't writing nothing. Yo, what the fuck, Drake ain't? Oh, so Drake just don't write his music. So now I got to look at him different. But when you find out, all right, somebody might have wrote a verse, somebody might have wrote 2 verses or a hook or something like that. But if you could see that he wrote actually hits for other people, so he is a writer. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't go against anything that or
and he wrote big songs.
Anything. He wrote big songs that hit for big artists. So and when you look at it,
I love Alicia Keys.
He wrote hits for her.
When she came out with Unthinkable, and Drake backgrounds is just his vocals they're just in the background.
Yeah, he helped a lot of artists.
He helped them.
And speaking on that, even him coming back and doing a song with Meek helped him out. You know what I'm saying? That brung more, because you know you still have people that was looking at Meek funny, the people that rock with Drake. So you know it was still like a thing. He actually did a lot for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like as a whole. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about his album Views. That definitely for me is a classic album because it got everything you look. It got party songs on there.
Right.
Got songs you can sit down and drive. Just take a drive by yourself, smoke a blunt. You want to hang out with your shorty, ride out. You want to sit down and, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to do. He definitely got those type, everything you looking for on it. Songs you can listen to with your family, your kids, however it go. You know what I'm saying?
Every time I listen to Views, I like it more. And nothing was the same as my favorite Drake album ever. But Views is definitely creeped into second. And the more I listen to it, it can battle with Nothing Was the Same. And this most recent time I listened to Views, the thing that I could respect about Drake is that no matter what, he always stayed true to him and what he wanted to put out there and what he's always put out there. He told the story about his father saying that maybe you should sing and rap. There's never been a successful singer and rapper. And when he came out the gate and started singing and rapping, there were people who gravitated to it, and then there was also people who criticized him for it, and people who couldn't get over the fact that he does make great R&B songs, or he does get in a bag where he's very sentimental and vulnerable, like you said. But through all of that, he never did what anybody else wanted him to do. And when he came with back to back, and even after the shit, the shit blew over or whatever for the summer, niggas still wanted to know what Drake was gonna do on the album, if he was gonna come at him some more. And some of the lines he did, he came at niggas for like 2 years straight, which is what he does.
He even said certain shit on the with him in Future, What a Time.
Yeah, on a lot of shit.
He threw certain jabs at him
on a lot of shit,
that came out right after the beef was going on too, so definitely.
Niggas was looking forward to that, and to kick the album off with Keep the Family Close, and it just being, that's not a song that you ever heard in hip-hop before. And if you listen to what he's saying, it's just like, who can make a song like this? I can't think of anybody who can make a song like Keep the Family Close. Another thing that he sets the bar with on Views, and it's crazy that I'm using Views for a standard for a classic album. Another thing is the transitions. The transitions on the album, from song 1 to song 2 to song 3, the transitions on the album. And he put out a long album. 20 songs. He's been doing this for a while. When he came out with Scorpion, niggas was like, oh, he's doing a double album. Is a side A and a side B. I'm like, nigga, Drake been putting out 20 plus song albums or projects for an extended period of time, forever. So I didn't look at it like a double disc album. With Views, the transitions on that album was great, and it held your attention for a song to be so long. And like I said on the last podcast, my biggest gripe with Drake is that so many singles will drop, and I want to be surprised when I hear the album. So I don't want to feel like I heard most of the album when I listen to the album. But with Views, he did a great job spreading out those songs. And another thing I want to say is impact. The impact that it has. Definitely has to be great songs. It has to be great production. When you listen to Drake's songs, the production is damn near perfect. There's nothing out of tune. There's certain Drake songs that's out of tune, and then they don't go.
He can't make a bad song.
Yeah.
He can't make a bad song unless the lyrics are trash. He's not picking bad beats. The production is not bad. The everything, his flow is always on. Only thing you can not like about a Drake song is that his lyrics. If you're not, I'm saying you're not on the type of shit he rapping about, because he might be singing about a girl, he might be rapping about a girl, and niggas want to hear some gangster shit 24/7, or niggas ain't in the mood to hear that. A lot of niggas put Drake in that box of, oh yeah, that's the mushy rapper, that's the, I'm saying, the soft ass rapper, the nigga that's speaking his love.
But no, he's really an artist. What do people?
No, wait. Not even that. Not only being an artist, he's spitting that shit though.
Exactly.
Niggas ain't listening. He's spitting that shit. It just niggas gotta open their mind up and hear what a nigga's saying. And maybe it might not be for them. I ain't forcing it on them. There's certain niggas that just don't like Drake. They don't like Drake. But if you listen,
so then if you feel that way for Drake, you should feel the same way about Hove and Biggie. No, you should go back, give them a chance.
Listen to this.
And don't go over the songs that you hear on radio and what people say.
And this is what I'm gonna say right now. And what I told you last week. When I hear certain shit, it make me go listen to them. That verse I heard with Nipsey, that new song, that made I'm gonna have a Jay-Z day. I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
Yeah, I saw you playing.
And I may be a Jay-Z fan after I go back and listen to it. Cause that made me feel like, all right, I like that. I like that. That's the shit I want to hear. But if everybody and niggas looking, I told Kenny the other day, yo, this top, oh yo, don't, how you gonna disrespect Hov, say this top 5? Oh, so you don't feel like this top 5? I feel like that's a great verse. That was a great verse. Like that was I was like,
he was talking super.
You know what I'm saying? Bold. Like, and I don't want to say nothing crazy, but you know, one of the best verses I heard in the last, you know what I'm saying, recent, in the last, you know what I'm saying, more recent. So I'm definitely gonna tap in. I'm definitely going, and I may be a Jay-Z fan, so I'm not gonna. So you know what I'm saying. What you was about to say is definitely true. I go back, and certain shit that I hear, it'll make me go back and listen to them. So Jay-Z, I definitely give him his props, you know what I'm saying, on that verse, and it's definitely gonna make. I made the next podcast. I may be saying, "Oh shit, I'm the biggest Jay-Z fan." Who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? Because I would definitely go back and tap in and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Hov on that motherfucking song, though. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fire. Like his verse, Nipsey, he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
I feel like a proud parent. You don't know how long I battled with this nigga to say anything good about Hov. But back to the Views conversation. He didn't switch up at all. And then when we talk about impact, right? When we talk about impact, I don't think people understand how impactful Views was. You understand?
Look at
Because
Controller.
you know,
Yeah.
I was in school and I went to UA. UA has a lot of Africans. You know, a lot of motherfuckers from the Bronx. So they be on the Afrobeat shit. So we was fake put on to the Afrobeat shit. But if you see the lanes that Drake hopped into, Afrobeat is so out of here right now.
Yeah.
Like it's out of here. It's
Not because you know what's crazy? To speak on the Afro beats, I'm just now, this is brand new, this just now hitting my ears. I'm just fresh to this because I just started listening to reggae really. Like I never really listened to reggae. Like I'm an R&B mostly, nigga. I listen to rap.
Yo, mind you, listen, let me give you a little bit of backstory. We Costa Rican, right? But we the black Costa Rican. So we got like, we have Hispanic in our family and we also have like Jamaican roots in our family. We grew up around calypso, reggae, merengue, all that shit. Somehow, some way, none of that shit is in this nigga's bones. Like,
No.
How do you not like reggae?
No. See, I didn't say that. Not that I don't like it. I don't listen to it. Like that's not something I can't tell you the last time. Like if we sitting here, we having a night. If me and wifey having a night, and we drinking, we smoking our hookah, I feel a vibe out. I might put on some. I'm saying some reggae. We feeling the vibe. But for me to go type in on my use or type in on anything, a reggae song, it don't come to me like that. But I definitely like it. It's songs that's fire. I definitely, if I hear it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes Kenny be throwing, I'm like, what the fuck you? He be bringing me back from when we used to be in the yard and they playing certain shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I definitely like it. It's just not something that I don't go, you know what I'm saying? You know how when you go, you want to listen to music, I'll type in R&B, I'm typing in rap or hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Something of that nature. I'm not really looking, it don't come to me of listening to reggae. I will only listen to reggae if we chilling and having that vibe and it's me and wifey. I'm not gonna listen to reggae by myself. I would never. That don't come to me. You know what I'm saying?
But even with reggae, like, you know, and reggae always found his way in hip hop. We always had a reggae hit in hip hop, but he kept that going. He provided that controller.
That was like a, you know what I'm saying? It had that reggae vibe, but it definitely inspired a lot of people to do certain songs like that.
To jump out
that,
the box.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people started. And Drake is good. A lot of people criticize Drake of not swagging, but like riding waves and jumping on niggas' hype and jacking niggas' shit. I see he definitely be bringing attention to certain people too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't speak about that aspect of it. They speak about, he always trying to stay relevant. At the end of the day, a nigga gonna do something like, you can't knock a nigga for working hard. That's part of working too. He's working.
Right.
So what you want him to do? Like, niggas don't want you to win. They want you to win until they say, now you do it by, you do that, now you do it. There's always something. You can't please everybody. So you got to do what you got to do. So
and I see like a lot of slander about OVO and about him not putting his artists on. But like, bro, he gave Division and Majid Jordan their time on that album. I can't remember who it was who had the interlude, but that's their own song on a Views album. So I think people expect him to bring these people up and have them be on the same level as him. But if you listen to their music, they're not that type of artist. Y'all don't even listen to that type of shit. Y'all sit here and say they're good because, you know, people who are qualified to say that they're good are vouching for them. So motherfuckers on the internet would be like, oh, I fuck with Division or whatever, like, you know, shit like that. But niggas don't really listen to their music and understand the type of artists that they are. So they'll be like, Drake don't got them lit. Right?
They gonna always say whatever, but at the end of the day, he put eyes on a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Heady One. I would have never listened to Heady One or heard about Heady One if he ain't do that song with Drake. You know what I'm saying? And after that, I heard him on the song with Drake. I typed him in the other day. I see he got a new song, Siberia. I looked at the video, that fucking video. Like, I even showed you. I'm gonna speak about that video to me. That's since. Something like, that made me, and the song is fire. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about like the video is fire, the song not fire. No, the song is fire too. But that video captured, you know what I'm saying? And I would have never looked at it. I ain't hear about Heady One. You know what I'm saying? I never would have heard about him if it wasn't for Drake. So he definitely put eyes on people. And definitely help niggas get fans and help their fan base. And even that niggas getting money, because it's all about niggas getting money. He definitely helped niggas get a check. You know what I'm saying? Look at the song he just did with Dirk. That shit put Dirk in a whole nother light as opposed to know what I'm saying? Dirk right now is on a run. This is
Yeah.
not taking nothing.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause Dirk, like I speak about all the time, listen to Dirk all day. But
it
that
validated
song,
it.
It validated and gave, all right, now you that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at it. A lot of niggas haven't been working as hard as Dirk. And, you know, I'm not saying not working as hard, but been out as long. Let's say Favi been out 2-3 years. He got a feature with Drake. You know what I'm saying? That shit helped him. Soon as he, you know what I mean? Soon as he got that feature, look, and he already had Big Drip. He had songs that was, you know what I'm saying, shooting. But once he got that song, look, you validated. You walk, yo, I got a song with Drake. You know, you could perform that song, and that's a show right there. You're going to forever have that. You know what I'm saying? That fan base, Drake going to put you in that light. You know what I'm saying? And look what he did with, from Lil Baby to Block Boy JB to even rest in peace RP, you know what I'm saying, XXX, even though it was a situation where he had problems, it still worked in his benefit. He was able to capitalize. I'm not saying Drake helped. You know what I'm saying? He helped himself and but that's just the magnitude of how big of an artist he is, that he could, it's up to you to capitalize off it. Like, he's giving people features, he's jumping on people's songs, and it's up to you on how you capitalize it.
Right.
And niggas is, a lot of niggas benefit. They can't say they didn't. It may not be what they wanted, but yo, give yourself time. That nigga ain't, you know what I'm saying, he ain't jumping over there. He had a lot of shit. That's why I say Drake is special, you know what I'm saying? I give him his props.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he had a lot of shit going against him, being on a TV show, being who he is, light-skinned nigga. Like, you know, we don't really, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? We look at these niggas, little story, he's singing and all that shit. He ain't no gangster. Being in Young Money, where there's supposed to be a bunch of blood gangster niggas. And, you know what I'm saying? For him to come out and make a situation out of it, make the best out of it, he definitely something special. And niggas gotta acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this album, after all of that, definitely solidified his place in not only being a great artist, but being able to make great albums. Because that's not the
But
first
you know
great
what's
album he
crazy?
made.
I feel like all of his albums
Yeah,
solidify. It's like
yeah.
there's always a question surrounding Drake. Even when he first came out, I feel like when Best I Ever Had came out, I was like, damn, this nigga's great. Like, he's rapping and he got some bars on it that's hitting, and he's also singing, got a great melody. Top 10. I'm not sure if it went top 10, but it hit. It definitely hit Billboard.
When he came out with Best I Ever Had, I remember I was living on Melrose, right here. I was living on 22 Melrose. That shit came out. I'm like, oh, I forgot somebody playing it. Like, oh yeah, that's Drake. Drake from Degrassi. So I'm like, hey, oh yeah. He just signed Lil Wayne. I'm like, oh, Lil Wayne wrote that. That's the first thing I thought. I didn't think.
Wow.
That's just something that I thought. Like, Lil Wayne wrote this. Cause I couldn't understand. I couldn't see Drake from Degrassi. And it's crazy. Like, now the niggas don't. This is not Drake from Degrassi. It's just Drake. Niggas don't even mention Degrassi no more. That's just like that didn't even follow him. It followed him for. I mean, he's still attached to it, but it doesn't follow him. Like, his name is not really attached to Drake being from a TV show Degrassi. Like, he's not an actor no more. He's one of the greatest artists that we have in our time. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely transpired into something bigger than what people normally coming out of that situation did. So you know what I'm saying? Like, when I first heard that, though, getting back to that, I just thought Lil Wayne. So I wasn't really on the old shit. I was like, oh, it's a great song, but I didn't think it was from him. I didn't respect him. And it took a while. I'm not going to lie to you. It was a while. I started being a Drake fan, and I always liked his songs. But I started being a Drake fan when him and Wayne, they was dropping, like, ignorant shit and the other shit when him and Wayne, like, that's when he was going mixtape credit, like October's Very Own, shit like that. Like, I was like, okay, started catching my ears. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, I started tapping in. You know what I'm saying, oh shit, Drake, because like I said, it was oh shit, he's singing all the time. But when you listen to this nigga, nah,
he's spitting.
This nigga's not just singing. Like,
the first time I respected it, they was playing So Far Gone at this barbecue. I went to this barbecue and they was playing it. And, you know, his name was already ringing bells, but I didn't really know how to find the music. So when I heard him at this barbecue, I'm like, damn, this nigga Drake. And then he did the freestyle over the 808s and Heartbreak shit. And I remember at that time, people was trashing 808s and Heartbreak. And I'm like, niggas is trashing this. I feel like this is a great album. But when Drake got on the Say What's Real shit, when he did the Say What's Real, the freestyle, the Kanye shit, people was jacking it. I'm like, yo, nobody fuck with the production on the Kanye album, none of that shit. So for him to bring light to it and highlight it, you know, the Kanye album had mixed reviews too. But for Drake to highlight that song and then, you know, go crazy on it and to do a whole album, because I feel like the Say What's Real freestyle brought a lot of attention to So Far Gone. But overall, the run that he went on, even when he dropped his first album, I don't know, the first album get mixed reviews. I love it, maybe because of my experiences riding the train back and forth to Harlem. But I love the first album. Take Care, it was like, all right, what could he do this time? A lot of people fuck with Take Care, but I don't really, I'm not gonna say I don't fuck with it, but I don't think it's his best album. It's a lot of songs that I fuck with on there, but I don't think it's his best album. I didn't feel like I was ready for that after Thank Me Later, because I fuck with Thank Me Later Hard Body. So I wasn't ready for Take Care after that. You know, a lot of good things came out of Take Care, like The Weeknd and shit like that, but, you know, and then on to the third album, you know, everybody know that nothing was the same as my favorite shit, but it always seemed like Drake had to overcome some type of obstacle, and with Views, it was the biggest obstacle that he had to overcome, and he slayed that shit. He stayed true to himself. And when we get to the conversation on, damn, what the fuck is going to be on Certified Lover Boy, even the title, like, you know, it's questionable. But my perspective on it is like, this is who he is. This is him embracing embracing himself. You know, it's certified. Y'all niggas look at him as a lover boy anyway. You know, he's known for giving out love, and even though he give a lot of love, a lot of beef and shit come behind that. You know, a lot of tension.
And that nigga been working out, man. He probably gonna knock one of these niggas out. He ready to knock one of these niggas out, man. That nigga Drake been in the gym and shit. All these niggas, you know what I'm saying?
So, like, to wrap that topic all up, when it comes to, like, classic albums, I think that album set the bar. Like, production on it is amazing. It's something that we haven't heard before. It's an introduction. It's opening the doors to who I am and what I'm going through specifically at this time. Yep. Like you said, vulnerability. And he's the most vulnerable artist, rapper, maybe artist ever. You know, the nigga's so relatable. We all going through shit. And there's not a Drake bar. You could go through a Drake song and he say some shit and you can completely relate to it. Yeah. You can completely relate to it.
From kids to old people. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely what I would consider a great artist. He definitely got all around great music. Like, I feel like, you know, and this is another debate we could have. I feel like he's the greatest artist I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean great artist, there's things. Is he the greatest lyricist? No. Maybe. Is he the greatest singer? No. Is he? You know what I'm saying? But he has the all-around talent to me that be the greatest artist. He could give you whatever type of song you want, and that shows versatility and that's things that a lot of artists today can't show. You know what I'm saying?
So what falls in line with your criteria for greatest artist? Like, why do you consider him to be the greatest artist?
Like, his versatility to be able to give anybody a type of song. He could give me a gangster song. He could give me an R&B song. He could give me a reggae song if that's what I'm looking for. He could give me a Spanish song if that's what I'm looking for. He could give me a dance song he could give me a turn up song. He could give me a just a vibe song. He could give me a song where it sound like a freestyle. He could give me straight bars. He give me hooks. He give me vibes. Whatever it is, he gonna give me that, and it's gonna be good. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be the top of what he's doing in that category. So if he's gonna go do some reggae shit, that shit gonna sound like the top nigga that's doing reggae shit. It ain't gonna sound like he just started doing reggae. It's gonna sound like he been doing it for a while. If he gonna go do a Spanish song with Romeo Santos, it's gonna sound like, even though, you know, he doing Romeo, yeah, of course, but he gonna sound like he been doing this shit. It ain't gonna sound like a lot of niggas just jumping out the water. He don't sound like a fish out of water. He sound like he's swimming. You know what I'm saying? He definitely sound like he's, and I don't know, he definitely got one of the biggest machines behind him. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's good, and it could be a benefit. Like, he probably put in that work to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say probably. He put in enough work, so he got a machine behind him now. But everything just sounds top notch. You know what I'm saying? And for me, the lyrics that he spent, like you just said, is relatable. Like, he's saying things that's going over your head, but he's saying things that you can relate to, and he's saying things that in time, it's gonna be all right. You could listen to a Drake song right now. You could go back to best I ever had, and right now you could feel something. You gonna feel like it's not like that's an old Drake song. Nah, you're not gonna feel like you're gonna feel like this that shit. Even up to now, he make classic songs. He make timeless songs, and that's something that puts him in a different category. Like, and like you said, for him to be so vulnerable and have so many eyes on him, and keep doing this year after year, song after song, summer after summer, with so much pressure, because he done been through it all. Like, it's not nothing. You can't. He ain't going through the shooting up and he ain't getting in the shootouts.
That's what he said in Redemption. Wonder what they would do in my position. Like, what would a lot of people do in his position?
Oh, a lot of niggas stop rapping. A lot of niggas can't deal with that pressure. You know what that pressure is? You being compared to the greats, and they throwing dirt on your name, and you in the era. See, a lot of these niggas, I'm gonna keep, and there's no shot at a lot of artists that came up, but they didn't come up in the era of social media. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z wasn't coming up in the era, and it was times where he was coming up and social media came out but when he started, and a lot of shit wasn't social media. A lot of these rappers didn't have social media, so it was a lot of privacy. These days you don't have a lot of privacy, and for him to still be so private, I know you know what I'm saying, he definitely be ducking and dodging niggas to be so private. You know what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, it's still hard, and everything is out in the open. Everything he do is out in the open. They got songs that's leaking and shit like that. You got, you know what I'm saying? You it's hard to stay on top, and for him to do this since he been in the game, I feel like puts him in a different category. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like Chris Brown in the R&B, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how I feel about Drake.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Chris Brown is a whole nother conversation.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? That's just what I feel like for Drake makes me, like, what do you feel makes a great artist or because I feel like I said, I don't know who's your favorite artist. Like Drake, and I can't say Drake's my favorite artist. Yeah. That he's not my favorite artist.
My favorite artist is Kanye.
Of course. Of course. That's what I'm asking.
My favorite rapper is Jay-Z. When it comes to like...
Okay, not to cut you off. Does greatest and favorite fall in line with each other? Like, do you feel like Kanye is, even though he's your favorite, do you feel like he's the greatest artist of all time?
No.
Okay.
No. Like, if I'm being completely honest, the greatest artist of all time might be Michael Jackson. Okay. It might be Beyonce. Okay. It could be Prince. But then it could be Earth, Wind, and Fire. When we talk about art, these niggas are physically putting shit to the board. So Kanye will be up there as well because Kanye is a producer. You know, so he does something other than rap. And although he may not be as skillful, even though Kanye is a skillful lyricist, I don't care what nobody say. There's a couple.
I agree.
There's some bars that Kanye got up there that's like, yo, that's really clever. You know, I think you have to be really clever to be a great artist. But when it comes to the criteria for great artists, I think you have to touch multiple things, not just outside of music, but in music, you have to be able to produce and be, I don't know, a physical artist. Because even Michael Jackson, he may have not produced, but he danced. You know, that's his art, and he danced on another level. He was the greatest dancer. You couldn't find a better dancer in the world than Michael Jackson. You know, until Chris Brown.
And that's why you know, for me, I put Drake on that pedestal because he's versatile. So
he brings something different to the game. It's not just one thing.
Not just one thing. He gonna tap into every lane, and that's something that either artists can't do, they scared to do, or they haven't done. Right. A lot of artists jumped into R&B. A lot of artists jumped into, you know, the only thing I haven't heard Drake jump into is rock. He done jumped into pop. He done jumped into everything. I don't know about country and shit like that, but you know, that's the only type of lane.
Drake created lanes. Drake, you know, reinvented lanes like those Beach Boy lanes. If you think about Hold On, We're Going Home, what the fuck was that?
Just hold on, we go.
What the fuck was that? Like, what would you classify that as? Pop?
That's R&B / pop.
Like, when you hear that, and I'm not sure if Hold On, We're Going Home dropped before the album cover was released, But when you hear Hold On We're Going Home, you could see those colors. You could see those colors. The blue background. You could see those colors when you listen to Just Hold On We're Going Home. But I don't know. When I think about great artists, right? And then compare it to like the time that we're in now. And we continue to get pretty valid artists. Like Drake is the most recent great thing that's been produced. When you talk about like this climate now, do you think the standards for music are lower? Do you think the older generation can't get with some of the shit that's going on now because the standards for music is lower? Think about it. Like, music is super accessible to everybody. So anybody could do it, throw a song on there, and if they popping or if they do the right thing, they could just blow up, you know? And maybe they could do that again and again and again and again, and the numbers show like, damn, people are streaming and gravitating to this artist. Does this make this artist, do this make this artist the greatest artist or up there with the greats? Because what people are doing now is they're equating numbers to greatness. And when you think about some of those artists from back then, some of these niggas is touching instruments. The reason why I throw Prince up there is because it was nothing that Prince couldn't do. He could dance. He could sing. He could sing high. He could sing low. He could play the guitar. You know, he could do everything. When you think about the band, Earth, Wind, and Fire, the musicality behind their songs, like there's no way I could disrespect these people who are physically talented at doing something rather than making some sounds, you know, and then considering them great because the numbers, the streams is validating them. So do you think the standards, my phone, I'll let you go. Yeah. Do you think the standards for artists now are lower and we're just accepting that? So when a specific artist stream a certain way and we like, damn, this nigga did this much amount of numbers. Because think about it, back then them niggas was selling physical copies. So everything was physical. Do you think the more we get away from being physical with the music that we consume, the less it matters? Because matter is anything that take up space, right? So I pick this up, this is matter. So that physical copy of the music, right now we're streaming our music. So do you feel like the more we get away from the music, it doesn't matter? The more we get away from the physical form of music, it doesn't matter?
I feel like this, and you touched on a lot of things.
I know I just rambled, but...
No. You touched on a lot of things that I'm about to bring up. So I feel like as far as the streaming, it's so accessible to everybody. It's easy to stream. People's not going out buying physical copies because it's easier to stream. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to pick up YouTube and type in somebody's name and you know what I'm saying? Anybody could put that on that platform. Anybody could put this music out. You know what I'm saying? So it's different from you happen to meet up with somebody and get a physical copy. Now you could just put your shit across the world. Anybody across the world that got a phone or got access to these things could listen to this. You know what I'm saying? And in the day we are in today, numbers is controlling everything. If you don't, you know, a nigga gonna say, all right, he got a good song, who that? Or how much? First thing you look at is how much views it got, how much numbers, and that's just where we are today. And it's hard to go away from that when a person will say, well, why didn't you sell so much? Why didn't you stream so much? Why isn't your song charting? It must not be good because a lot of songs that are charting aren't good, but there are certain songs that are charting that's good. That's on radio and we get tired of it because it should be running for 2-3 years on the radio for, you know what I'm saying? Like they not putting new artists, they not refreshing.
What's the song that's good on the radio right now?
Rap? See, I'm gonna keep it official right now. Right now, only thing is on the radio is Pop Smoke, Lil Baby, Drake. You're gonna have some Drake on there. You got CJ, and those are the only artists that's Fabio. Might get Fabio on there. Cardi B. That's it. Those are the only artists on the radio right now. Let's say Hot 97. 105.1, because that's what I listen to. When I'm in the car and I'm driving, that's what I'm listening to, and there's nothing else on the radio. That's the only thing they playing. So, do they have good songs? Yeah, but how long have they been playing those songs? They've been playing those songs for going on a year and some change. For what? There's how many artists came out with new songs? They waiting for Drake to drop his albums, play those songs, just like they're not refreshing. You know what I'm saying? But a person to look at the numbers and say, yo, if this song is a good song, why is it not charting? And why is it not? Why doesn't it have 100 million views? Or why is it? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we are today, where artists, album sales and streams are publicized. So if people are able to see that and see, oh shit, this shit did these amount of numbers, that's setting a standard of where we should be looking. Because in all reality,
So
a
if
person...
we so consumed with numbers, why the hell we not concerned with the national debt? Like, why we not concerned with the national debt?
People don't think of it that far. They just look of it as they are.
But that's what it seemed like. It seemed like the higher the number is, the more we value it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, I just spent this much for a bag. We value it because we spent so much money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We spent so much money for it. Or we put a heightened emphasis on the bag because we spent so much money on it. And then we downplay somebody if they ain't spend no money for their shit. You understand? So it's like, why the fuck don't we look at the national debt? That's a high thought, but it's like putting so much emphasis on the numbers, you know, once again, it takes away from the actual art. So does art really matter in music right now? In the climate that we in right now, niggas say art is anything. Niggas be like, oh, that's his way of expressing himself.
You know what I also, and this is not to cut you off, you know what also is too? There's a lot of kids with phones. They can't go out and buy these physical copies if somebody was selling it. Even if somebody was selling it. You got these little kids that's my son's age, Nas age, you know what I'm saying? They running around, they got phones. They could listen to whatever they gonna listen to. You know what I'm saying? They could actually type in a song and listen to it 30 times a day.
So Kanye said, listen to the kids. So the kids are really dictating.
Oh, yeah.
The kids are really dictating what we're classifying as art.
Yes. Not classifying as art. I'm going to say the kids are dictating where music goes because the more the views sound like... All right, so if this person's getting a billion views and the person that sound like him getting 500 million views, I want to sound like that too to get 100 million views. So it's just going to trickle down. Everybody's following the sound that everybody wants to hear. You got to hear. I seen a little baby interview. The nigga said, yo, I'm giving people what they want to hear. I'll rap. When they want to hear something different is when I'm going to switch it up. I got mad shit. I'm tired of talking about this shit, but this is what they want to hear. They feeding people what they want to hear. It's just, I guess that's just what it is. If you got to find a way to get people ears, if that's what they want to hear and you can make it work for you.
Is that feeding people what they want to hear or is that manipulating people?
It might be both. Because you got to think about it. If he was rapping about something else, would people listen as much? If you rapping about certain things, are they going to listen? And at the end of the day, I understand it's art. But that's part of your art. If you could do that.
So how is Cole, once again, able to exist in this space?
I'm not saying there's not artists that don't do it, but for artists that's his lane of we looking at, and we just not gonna, you know what I'm saying, Lil Baby, we not, but he's a street artist. We looking at him as a street artist. J. Cole, we not looking at him. We looking at him as a worldwide artist. He gonna gravitate to the streets. There's people in the streets that's gonna fuck with him, and not saying people outside the streets don't fuck with Lil Baby, but he's a street artist. He's rapping for the streets. He's people that from the streets that relate to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when he's rapping, he's giving us what we want to hear.
So
how
then
you know he don't want to feed he don't want to feed a different audience what they want to hear.
Right now, what you did, you just separated J. Cole from Lil Baby, right? So with the artist who's appealing to the masses on paper, are we just caught up in what's relevant, and are they actually producing? Like, is the standard lower for those artists?
I don't feel like it. It's apples and art. I mean, it's art. Art is what you make it. You can't compare. It's hard to compare art. That's that person's art. You can't compare. It's like we're going to talk about artists and musicians. You can't compare somebody playing a piano to somebody playing a saxophone. That's his art. You can't look at it and say, oh, yo, he's not, his keys is not hitting. Yo, it's different. That's what he's doing. You can't look, you know, it's the same thing as with a painter. Another painter can't look at, yo, nigga, look at it. a swirl with different colors and something and see something to what I'm seeing. I may look at that and see a swirl. That nigga looking at it and seeing life and different things. You know, it's art. When we gonna talk about the art part of it, I respect certain people art that is not for me, but you know what I'm saying, is it standards low? No, I just feel like more people got access to it. Like I said, my son wouldn't have access to walk. We used to walk downtown and walk past Cookies and Toys R Us and run down. You see them niggas outside selling CDs. Let me get Richard Doctrine. My son can't do that. Mm-hmm. We was doing it. They not doing that no more. And even if, let's say they was, the people like we just said, the kids are definitely an important part of what's going on today. As far as the dances, what grown ass man ain't doing these dances? These kids is doing these dances and they making it look cool to where we like, oh shit, that shit kind of look, we trying to in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely the kids. And they don't have access to walk outside and buy these things. So if they could just go to YouTube, for any artist could just throw they shit on YouTube or whatever platform.
So is radio for kids now?
Radio never, not for, how no radio not for kids?
How?
Radio,
because you said like, this is a lot of shit that the kids like, right?
Let me tell you one thing.
This is a lot of shit that the kids like.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm gonna just say this. As far as YouTube is for kids, radio not for kids, because what kid got a radio?
True.
Kids don't got radio. They got a phone before they got a radio.
But then the radio is playing. The radio is playing what YouTube is playing. Whatever goes popping and whatever goes viral, the radio starts playing it.
Yeah.
You know, the radio is not, well, here in New York, like you said, is the radio breaking new artists here in New York?
Yeah, but you know, they got things like this. My son, he listening to CJ So Cool all day. CJ So Cool ain't on no fucking radio. He showed me the other day, I got multiple million views. I don't even, high number of million of views. And he's popping, man. He's rapped that shit though, and he's rap like, I guess for kids, but that's not on the radio. He got access to that. Would that guy have that many views or have access to, you know, share his art if it wasn't for streams like that? Would somebody be able to see him and buy physical? Nah. But he's able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and those are kids. And if you look at the kids that's doing things, their views are very high because kids are in tune. You could look at kids. You could type in right now, a kid opening toys and see that shit at 10 million views. That's because 10 million kids watch that kid open toys. Grown-ass men didn't watch that kid open no toys. Okay. That's kids, because kids is definitely, they in tune. You know what I'm saying? We more of what you just said. We looking for physical shit, but that's not what's in right now. We got more kids that got time to do shit like that. They can stream a song 40 times a day. We listen to when we vibing out. We going
so
back.
Where do we find what we're looking for?
From the kids. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's just being, not saying they putting us on, but they kind of dictating what we hear and the type of shit that's coming out, because people are trying to feed the streets, and then and there's a gap between, because it's kids in the street. So now we got the kids that's my son's age and my nephew's age, which is 10, 7, to kids that's 20, because those are still kids. You know what I'm saying? They growing, all right, let's say 18, because I'm going to say he growing 18. From 10, from 7, or 6, 5, however young these niggas, you see the little young nigga rapping King Von, he knew every word to that shit. That nigga was about 4 or 5 years old. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's YouTube. That King Von shit hit radio after, but that was YouTube that did all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? That little nigga was on that shit. So, from that age gap to 20, those are what's controlling, and then they got those kids that's jumping into music, that's dictating what the rest of the kids are listening to. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely the kids controlling all this shit. That's what I'm saying. That's at the end of the day. I just want to get that point across. You know what I'm saying? And we could tap into that in another episode. That's definitely another topic we could dive into. You know what I'm saying? It majority of the kids, like I said, majority of the kids, when they on YouTube and they doing certain things, they listening to songs. Mm-hmm. We might be on YouTube watching something. I'm saying they listening to music. These motherfuckers watching Fortnite videos and they listening to music. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that's all they doing. I'm saying, so, and people know they gravitate with the kids with these dances. If you think every dance that niggas, before they had, can't lean back. little shit like that.
Yeah.
Now every dance that's for the kids. That shit jumping
Right,
off, and
right.
if you like it or not, it's still gonna jump off. That shit gonna make you do it, cause your son gonna TikTok. They come out with all these shit. Yo, my son pulling me. Yo, come do this dance with Corvette. Not fucking Corvette shit. But yo, if this what you want to do, what?
And ultimately, it comes down to, once again, what you're consuming at the time that you're consuming it. You know, so for the kids, this is their moment. This is their era. This is how they're receiving music. We get old at a time. Like, we see your pops get old, you know, and his music taste. We've been riding in the car and he bumping, it's my radio, believe me, I like it loud. You know, he playing that shit.
Slick Rick, all
and
that,
we not gonna listen to that on a regular, but that's what he listening to. So I guess it all comes down to what niggas is listening to at that time. I don't know. It's weird because I feel like certain songs are timeless.
Like I could play certain Slick Rick songs right now and rap that shit. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. When you was talking that Big L shit,
Slick Rick, you had a Slick Rick bar?
No.
Oh,
I was about to say this week I went back and I was listening. That nigga is at the top of my list. That
Big L, right?
Was
crazy,
nice.
crazy
And
nice.
No, and let me
Crazy
for y'all
nice.
listening. Don't let me not make it seem like that was my first time listening to Big L. Hell no, I heard Big L, but I listen to him now and I got a different feel. You know, you listen to different music at a different time. You get it. You hear it different. You understand it different. You feel it. So when I'm listening. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This nigga
he was spitting some shit, some wild shit. You can't even play the shit that he was spitting.
He was a gangster. Like,
yeah, that nigga, yo, he didn't give a fuck. So.
What? This nigga
that
was
nigga
nice.
ain't give a fuck.
I ain't gonna lie. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's certain like certain shit is timeless. Like I go back, like you said, and that's well over 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying that these songs and these people came out with this music that we could go back and listen to. So it's definitely timeless artists, but it's also artists that come out with music just for this time, for right now.
So give me 5 classic albums. You gave your standard for classic albums. So like, just give me a couple bullet points for classic albums.
Like I said, it gotta have those songs, and like you said, intro definitely gotta be one of them. Vulnerability, at least.
You can't have a classic album without a great intro. I don't think. It may not have to be received by everybody, but that intro gotta set it off. It gotta open up the book. It has to be, the album has to be an experience in my eyes. Yeah. You have to experience that album. You can't just listen to it and, okay, cool, this is a good song here. Okay, there's a lot of songs on here, so I take like 4 songs, 5 songs. And the rest, It has to be an experience. You have to be able to listen to that album from front to back.
All right, so
and I'm not saying every song has to be fire, because there's skippables in classic albums. You definitely have some skippables, but you can accept the skippables place in the track list.
All right.
You can skip over it.
I'm gonna give it to you.
You can know that it's there and it exists.
Off the top of my head, and this is not without thought. So don't quote me on this. I'll say, and this is just hip hop. I'll say Chris Brown's first album.
Hip hop or what? And I always say that
R&B,
too. So
like,
I'm here. And if you throwing that in hip hop
and
classic albums.
All right. I
was
whatever
saying, classic albums.
Yeah, that's
classic
all I meant to
albums.
say. Hip hop.
Do it.
R&B.
Fuck it.
Yeah. I was gonna say. All right. We're gonna say Chris Brown first album.
Okay.
We're gonna say, Drake album.
Which one?
We just talking about it. With,
Views?
No.
Nothing was the same.
With nothing with the same with too much and all that on there. That one, Pop Smoke album. This last one that just came out. Fuck. Oh shit. I thought I had 5. I could think of it, but I don't wanna, cause I know there's a couple songs where on these couple albums that is like, you know what I'm saying. But those are 3 right now. You know what I'm saying, I could just name off the top of my head. Views could probably go in there. You know what I'm saying, Big Sean first album.
Finally Famous?
Yeah.
You counting that as a classic?
Yeah.
Big Sean is my guy, but you counting that as a classic?
Yeah. With 24K Gold and all that on there?
No. That's Detroit.
I mean, yeah, Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can accept that.
that one.
I can accept that. I can accept that.
That one. There's not that's just off the top. You know what I'm saying? That's just off the top of my head. I can't really. I don't want to speak. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit.
Classic albums. You ready?
Yeah. Who you got? Oh wait. Last one.
Because you threw Chris Brown in there,
No,
so I'm just gonna set the standard for classic albums. You go ahead.
Just to make my number 5.
Okay.
That's it. I'm gonna say 2 more. I'm just to say 2 more because I'm wild.
Go ahead.
Because
I want to know the standard for classic albums. Okay, here we go.
Get Rich or Die Trying. That should have been number 1. My fault. That was my number 1. Then Chris Brown, and I'll put Graduation. I'll put Graduation.
When did you start fucking with Graduation?
I always fuck with Graduation.
So why you hated Kanye so much?
Because Kanye, it was just a bunch of shit. Kanye got a personality. So you
didn't like his personality?
No, not no.
So you called his music trash?
No.
This is why I can't take this nigga. I can't take this nigga argument serious.
When you go, but listen, I'm not saying at that time when it came out, I felt like that. I'm talking about like, you know, you go back and going forward. You go back and listen to certain shit because that's how certain time when shit come out, I don't always be on it. I'll be late to shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it be genuine though. I'm not forcing nothing. It be genuine. When I start fucking with an artist, I genuinely fuck with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just for it's hot. I'm gonna fuck with you even when you don't come out with songs. And you drop that first song in 3 years, I'm gonna listen to that.
Kanye dropped Graduation the same day 50 dropped Curtis.
Yeah.
Remember, it was that shit. 50's your guy.
Yeah.
Who were you jacking at that time?
Of course I was jacking 50. You know that.
I probably was the only nigga on Eldit that was like Kanye.
You know I was jacking
the only
50.
nigga.
You know I was jacking 50. You know that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the album that you just said is a classic album.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm like I said at that time.
So at that time, did you admit that that album?
Official. At that time, I didn't even really listen to it like that.
Okay.
I was hating. I'm gonna keep it 100. I was hating, nigga. I was on my 50 shit heavy. You gotta think. I was a big. You remember? I was a big
huge. You had Beg for Mercy.
Biased.
Like you had you had
biased.
Like 3 albums with 50 Face on it.
Yeah, I was biased, nigga. Anything 50 what, nigga? Nah, 50. These niggas, I wasn't even trying to listen to it. I went and bought like 2 of them shits because I bought 2 Curtis albums. I didn't want 50 to, this nigga to outsell. When that shit happened, he outsold 50. You know what I'm saying?
Classic albums.
Go ahead.
Because you threw Chris Brown shit in there. I thought he was going to stay in hip-hop, which was going to make it harder.
Yeah.
Since you threw Chris Brown in there, because I always say Chris Brown first album is a classic. Usher Confessions.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Jackson Thriller. And I listened to Thriller recently during the pandemic.
I gotta do that.
I listened to Thriller recently during the pandemic.
And I love Michael Jackson, but I gotta go back.
And Thriller is a short album, so it's very concise. And like I said, the transitions on Thriller. I always thought Thriller was a theatrical album and so mainstream. But I went back and listened to it, and it has songs on there that I love. Like Lady in My Life is the outro. Lady in My Life, I don't know if you ever heard Lady in My Life, but for those of you who heard Lady in My Life, you know that song is fucking amazing. That's the outro. The fucking outro. And there's like 10 songs on the album. Side A and side B. Like, so, Confessions, Thriller, let's dive into hip-hop. Let's go. The Blueprint. Okay. And it is a toss-up because I have to choose between so many Jay-Z albums. But The Blueprint,
here we go.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is Kanye. That's 4. What's my 5th? 2014 Forest Hill Drive, J. Cole. And that's the music that I consume. You know what I'm saying? So there may be people who's older than me like, yo, how didn't he list these? But just off the top, those are standards for classic album. Impact. J. Cole started that surprise album shit. He has a strong fan base. And for people to not know, for your fans to not know that you're going to drop an album this day, and you drop an album just in time for niggas to go smoke, light up, and consume this new J. Cole. You know, he said that the name of the album was 2014 Forest Hill Drive. That was his address. Mm-hmm. The year he dropped it was 2014. Mm-hmm. and he was trying to drop it before the year was over. He dropped the shit in December. He was trying to get the shit out before the year was over. So you talk about impact and transitions, the way the songs flow, songs charting, him staying true to himself, saying something, you know, opening up the gates to let you know who he is as an artist.
Yeah, vulnerability.
Making you feel that shit. Like, I know exactly where I was the first time I heard 2014 Forest Hill Drive. I was siphoning in the bathroom. So
No, that's different too. That's what also makes a classic, when you get those feelings of where you was and what you was doing when you heard those albums and heard those songs. So that's definitely a part of it. It's all a feel and a vibe. That all counts as what makes a classic album. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to be times. It has to be something you could go and listen to 3 years from now. It can't just be classic. You know what I'm saying? Classic is not something that's good now. It has to be timeless and go on. As, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To live on as time goes on. So, you know, I definitely feel like. And what's your other two? Let's say you got three.
that was 3. Nah, I said Michael Jackson.
You said
That,
Michael
I said
Jackson,
Thriller, Confessions,
J. Cole,
2014, The Blueprint, and Dark Fantasy.
Okay, yeah, you said
Dark Fantasy. Okay. And the reason why I put Dark Fantasy up there in my classic, or as a classic, is because, once again, what Kanye was facing at that time. He just came off of Taylor Swift. Kanye was, and you talk about cancel culture. Yeah. Taylor Swift shit canceled that nigga. Him and Lil Mama got canceled the same night. Lil Mama jumped on stage with Jay-Z in that whatever the fuck she was wearing, and Kanye hopping on stage with Taylor Swift. That nigga got canceled, and it was like, what this nigga gonna put out? And remember, the album before that was questionable because he took a turn. Yeah. Remember, his mom's had passed, you know, R.I.P. And then he created an album that was in a different lane. He wasn't even rapping on this album. He completely went auto-tune and was singing. And then the Taylor Swift shit happened. He had the VMAs, the Taylor Swift shit happened. Then they canceled this nigga. So it's like, yo, what the fuck is he gonna come back with? Is he still making music? And after a certain point in Kanye's career, those been the questions. Like, is he still focused on making music?
How I feel about Meek right now, but that's another topic.
When he came with Dark Fantasy, it sold. And I'm not caught up in the numbers, but it sold. He delivered on production, transitions, him letting you into what he was going through at that time. And I seen an interview and he's like, oh, people love Dark Fantasy. That's an apology album. I would think people won't like that album. I'm like, nah, that album was fire. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? The production you delivered to your fucking fans, who was uplifting you through all the bullshit since the 50 battle. That's why I put Dark Fantasy up there, because he really delivered, kind of changed the sound of music.
I respect it.
You know, so
Respect it.
Put a lot of artists on. Like, you think of the songs, All of the Lights, fucking Dark Fantasy, the intro. Like I said, the intro, him having Nicki on there, giving Nicki that boost, giving artists that push, putting niggas on.
Yeah,
he gave the biggest boost to Nicki. Yeah. You know, he put on Monster, which is on that album, put on the intro. He gave the biggest boost to Nicki.
Definitely one of the most influential people in the last 15 years.
Highlighted a bunch of artists on that album, and just did a bunch of collabs that, you know, and also taking risk.
Yeah.
You have to take a risk.
Big risk.
You have to take a risk.
Most public risk. Like,
think of those albums I said. You think about Confessions, Usher just broke up with Chili.
Vulnerability.
Michael Jackson.
All those albums have vulnerability on it. And I feel like if an artist doesn't have that to connect with me, at least, I won't feel. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people, I guess, and people say numbers, and like you said, the biggest numbers this year haven't been good artists. Let's say last year, 2020. The biggest numbers haven't been good classic albums or good albums. They haven't been. They just been big numbers. You know what I'm saying? We got an artist that could do big numbers right now. Do we necessarily listen to him and support him? No. You know what I'm saying? That don't necessarily, so like that goes back.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been craving some quality, some shit that's gonna stick, something from a big artist, and I've been wishing that Drake went away, not to bring him back up, but I've been wishing that Drake went away for a while, just give me some time to miss him. And now he keep pushing his album back, which he always pushes his album back, but he keep pushing his album back. I'm like, yo, it makes me want it more. So the anticipation for the album too maybe falls in line for that criteria.
Hopefully that's another classic, man. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need some good music, some good vibes. Been a lot of good music coming out though, but as far as albums, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
We got to get into this list. So if you don't know, the whole theme, the title of No Need to Debate, it came from my idea to start a challenge, which was going to be called the No Need to Debate Challenge. And this challenge consisted of me listing my top 10 hip-hop songs ever, and we'll go down into the criteria, but this is a challenge that I've been wanting to do for a long time, just to get some insight into the people I know, whether or not their top 10 songs will match up with how I perceive them as a person, whether or not their songs will represent who they are as a person, or what I perceive, who I perceive them to be. So that's where the whole theme of No Need to Debate came from. That was going to be the title of the challenge. So this is the third episode, and I wanted to do something special because we've been consistent, and I appreciate my family for being consistent and sticking it through with me, and just pushing through, seeing what we could turn this into. So I want to set the criteria for our No Need to Debate top 10 hip hop songs of all time. That list, I'm going to set the criteria for that list, and then next week, do you think a week is enough time to give you to come up with a list for your top 10 songs ever?
Ever? I can't do ever. It'll be 10 songs, but it'll definitely be songs left off. But yeah, I could.
If it's songs left off, then maybe it don't have that impact. That's what I'm saying. You got to remember that. And I'm not trying to force you to get this done in a week.
No, because then.
But this is the third. We gotta give people something. I
have 4 number 9s, 3 number 8s.
Nah, no, you gotta eliminate. Okay, let's give the instructions.
All
if
right.
you're having a hard time
right.
eliminating songs, I'm gonna give you some instructions for how to eliminate songs. You list a bunch of songs that you love. Hip-hop songs. This is the No Need to Debate top 10 hip-hop songs list. So you list a bunch of songs, more than 10. How many songs you could think of, you list those songs.
All right, and just start crossing them out. Okay.
If you're having a hard time crossing them out, let's do this activity. Throw them all into a pool, right? Let's do it by rounds. Each round, you make believe a tragic accident happened. And these songs are materials that you got to keep with you. So maybe clothes, toilet tissue, family, a PS4, Xbox, shit like that. These songs are things that you have to take with you, right? So you make a list. Let's go by each round, eliminating them. Make believe a tragic accident happened. Cross them off, see what songs you're left with. Do it again. Cross them off, let's see what songs you're left with. Until you're left with 10. Some songs you got to get rid of, but we got to get this list out there. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time.
I'll have 10 by next week.
So we gotta but you have to listen to some music. You gotta do a deep dive.
Yeah, I would do it.
You gotta your next week. You gotta be able to consume a lot of music.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I got 10 down, but I'll dive in.
You understand? So what do you think the criteria should be for making that list? For me,
however you feel. I guess it gotta be your best 10.
Your top 10 songs. So for me, no outside influence. So it don't matter about numbers, whatever it is. No outside influence. This is top 10 hip-hop songs. Mm-hmm. No outside influence. 2, it has to be a song that if it plays, you leave it on. It don't matter who's in the car. It don't matter who's around. You letting it play. You could be in church and you press play or your phone go off. It's your ringtone. You let that motherfucker play because you want to let niggas know what the fuck you listening to. So it can't be a skippable song. It has to be a song that serves as a timestamp in your life. So you could maybe you could remember exactly where you were,
when you heard it,
where you was consuming it, what you were going through. It has to represent your energy. You have to be able to connect to it. By the end of you listing these songs, it should be a playlist image of who you are as a person. Nice little cool activity.
All right, I agree with you.
A playlist image of who you are as a person.
Next week I have 10 songs. So you hear that? I have 10 songs next week, man.
So what's your criteria?
Like definitely songs that impacted you and had, impact, or you could remember where you was when you heard it or how you felt, or just song, maybe it was lyrics that said, that you related to it and it made you feel what you was going through at that time, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Just good songs. It could be the hook, whatever it is. Good feel, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying?
And what we'll do is, for those of you who listen, send your list in. We'll read off your list. We'll give our opinion on it.
And y'all can engage with us, interact, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got different opinions. We definitely hear it. You know what I mean? We want to hear that too. Y'all got opinions, we want to hear it.
I want to know what's your top 10. I want to know what y'all listening to, what type of person, what you was going through, how the music that was released touched you. And this is hip hop songs. We'll do other genres. We'll do songs of all time, and maybe some of those hip hop songs could repeat on that list. But this is the criteria. We're gonna take a week. We're gonna come back with our list. I think I have my list together. I already have my list together because I did it. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna listen to my list. I'm gonna listen to the songs that I have, and
all right,
I'm gonna see if those songs stand.
But he cheating already. You hear this? This nigga got his list already. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It took me like 2 weeks, so that's why I asked you.
That's why yo next week. Yeah, this nigga got his fucking list already.
Are you gonna be able to make your list?
Yo, y'all
but
hear
I
this?
need you to consume some. I need you to go outside your box. I need you to go outside your range.
Definitely look.
Go to artists. Also, you have to do some research.
This is what I'm gonna say though. I got my 10 right now. I just have to go. I can't go to listen to music that I never heard before.
You have to.
But it's not gonna make it on my list. You think it's gonna make it on my list in a week?
Bro, I have a song on my list that made it.
It be the hype. You know how many times I hear a song be off the hype? Like, oh, yo, this the... And then after a week, I'm like, all right.
But you have to have time to sit down and listen to it. So listen to all these songs. Listen to it.
Yeah, I can
listen to it.
I have my 10. I got you. I have my 10.
Oh, no, man.
All right.
Nigga gonna have a bunch of 2015, 16 shit. Like this nigga wasn't born in 1972.
I have a bunch of 2018, 2020 niggas, man. Know what I'm saying?
Man.
Don't worry about it. Yo, if you listening, you might be on that motherfucking list, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
That's it, man. You already know, man.
So, what happened over the last few days, like while we haven't recorded? So Vice News, or I don't. It's not Vice News, but it's Vice. They released the doc, the making of the Thong Song.
About it, yeah. So,
the doc just showed you the entire process of making the Thong Song and where Sisqo was as an artist. The type of it went into a brief overview of who Sisqo was as an artist, what he was doing prior to the Thong Song. How big of a talent, it highlighted how big of a talent Sisqo was at that time when he released that song. Damn, nigga. That sounded like fucking. Nigga over there sounded like Donkey Kong and shit like that. Fucking Foxy the Bear, nigga. Yogi Bear in the motherfucking background. This nigga, yo, I hear this nigga breathe. I thought this was my computer fan. This nigga, yo, this nigga over here. You good? Nigga went to sleep and had a dream he had a workout. Yo, Kenny, you good over there?
Yo, because right before you sit there, you just want to done like that. That's it. Yo, I feel like I'm breathing hard.
Pardon
Yo.
Oh man.
It was the grabber.
Yeah.
Yo,
Nigga said grabber.
why all the funny moments always happen
on recording, right?
On recording?
Oh shit, son.
Yo. What the fuck was we just talking about just now? That was funny.
Cisco.
Sisqo. Sisqo. We'll get into a funny moment that was caught on recording.
That was shit got me crying.
Yo.
Man. Yeah, oh shit, that shit, yo. My stomach hurt right now.
Yo, so Sisqo became this huge artist with the Thong Song, right? And it's funny, the process of it. First of all, the Thong Song was supposed to be for Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
These niggas was producing the Thong Song to be for Michael Jackson. Sisqo heard the song. It accidentally got into a beat pack that was sent to Sisqo, and he was like, "Oh, I want that one." So they sent them a beat pack. They was like, "Nah, this for Mike." Nigga got on the plane, called them while he was on the plane, and was like, "Yo, what's good with that song? I'm touching down wherever I'm touching down, but I'll get right back on the plane and come back that way to start recording this song."
Mm-hmm.
And the niggas was like, "Yo, if he wanted that bad, something destined to happen on this song." So it's destined that something is gonna happen on this song. So they recorded this shit, had a couple samples on there, and then he went out, got a fucking violinist who played on Star Wars and a bunch of movie scores to play the violins on the Thong Song. And nigga, if you hear the Thong Song, the violins make up a great portion of the song. Mm-hmm. So he got this crazy violinist to play the song. It made me respect Sisqo more as an artist because I remember being young, looking at magazines, looking at videos, but just seeing Sisqo face and his hair, the nigga looked different. I was like, I couldn't understand it at that time, but he definitely set himself apart. His goal wasn't to be a solo artist. Some other nigga from the group had dropped out, and he was like, all right, until he, come back, let me just do this solo project. I want to do this, and then we'll come back. His intentions was to come back to the group. And it's crazy that the nigga end up blowing off of that one song. It reaches this crazy level of success, and then they end up getting sued for a sample that was in the song. Not even a sample. Ricky Martin, the Live La Vida Loca nigga, the dude who wrote the song, Desmond something, he sued them for like some copyright infringement shit because Sisqo, used the line.
Part, yeah.
She was living La Vida Loca. She had dumps like a truck. That one part of the song was used, and the dude who wrote Live La Vida Loca owns majority of the rights to the Thong Song.
That's crazy.
That shit just fucked me up because
business. That's the business side of it. You know what I'm saying?
That one part though.
I mean, that's business.
That one part.
We might not understand it, but if he got what he got and he owned parts of the song, he obviously could prove that it was enough.
It was enough to make that song hit.
I don't.
If you see the amount of work that they put into making that song and him just writing that,
I'm gonna go and watch
bro, he said those are words that exist. Live La Vida Loca. Living the crazy life. Those are words that exist. How the fuck do you own majority of my song for using words that exist?
That's why it's crazy though. It's crazy. That's business though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say certain things and they copyright certain phrases and you'll never know until you use it, and that motherfucker, that shit blow up and that shit reach a certain level of success. You make a certain amount of money off it. That motherfucker want that money. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it go. So you just gotta watch how you do business. You gotta make sure the shit you put inside your music or the content you put inside your music don't have nothing to do with nobody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the best way to stay away from that shit, man. Stay away from getting sued and stay away from owing niggas money. And
but hip hop originated off of sampling,
what's crazy?
Scratching,
when you get samples,
records.
not to cut you off sometime, how long them shit take to clear? It's all business. I'm saying, so you use something that comes from somebody else, they want that. I mean, and that's just a person's art.
I feel like in hip hop, we're willing to let somebody else sample our shit. But when it comes to sampling anybody else's shit, like it's out there, it's put out there to the world. And I understand, like, you put this idea out there, so you might want your cut, but certain niggas be getting greedy. That one line, those are, like I said, those are words that exist. So for you to sit there and own majority of the song that I worked so hard to construct, I wasn't thinking about you when I constructed this song.
You might have.
I didn't go into this song saying, you know what, Ricky Martin said this, I'm gonna say this.
No, but that part you did. You think another person should be able to use Swiss Beats drums without paying him? That's something he made. That's his art.
Okay, so now we understand that we have to consult with people, and people have to get their due.
I bet you if he would have went about it that way, he probably would have been better off.
You think so?
Maybe.
Do you think they would have cleared it? Because sometimes people don't clear shit.
Then
sometimes people don't want to clear something if you sample a certain song.
So then you did it knowing that it might have not been cleared and that person might have not been okay with it. So,
but if you're saying a word like that, you in a zone. You create music. Mm-hmm. If you rapping some shit and you get inspired by a specific flow, you're gonna reach out to an artist to see if you could clear that flow.
If I could, if I'm signed, yeah, I should. I should. Am I? Maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna try to bogart the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Maybe but is he gonna try to get his money? He might.
Do you think he deserves majority of the song?
Depends.
On what?
On how big that song was. That would depend on what I'm using of his. Like right now, if I use Thriller and have the same video as Thriller and I name the song Thriller, but it has nothing to do with it. The song is
But he
different.
didn't name the song Live Vida Vida Loca. It wasn't a Spanish bachata salsa song or whatever genre.
I gotta go watch it. That's why I don't want to speak.
Bro, all he said,
I
she was living a vida loca. She had dumps like a truck.
Well, I just gotta go watch and see. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to really speak. Next week we'll bring it back. But I can't really speak too much on it because you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say something out of turn because you already know how I get. Well, next week though, because right now I'll be like, nigga, what the fuck, nigga? You use my shit, you gonna give me my shit, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Yeah, if the judge say, yo, this nigga, you could get half of this song, yeah. It depends. If I don't fuck with the nigga, I'm like, who knows? Who knows? How you know? It might not been your first time doing it to me. We might have had this conversation before. You just never know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I got to go in and watch it before I have my, you know what I'm saying, how I feel. And that's it. Because if not, I'll be over here saying a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Not going to lie to you. But
that's what you do anyway. So.
We going to see. Because I'll probably be saying the same shit what I want to say right now. So.
Which is what?
What I just said. Nigga, you take on, I might want who depends. Depends. I ain't gonna lie. Who knows? If it contributed, if I could see that it contributed to that song's success, maybe.
Okay, so it contributed to the success.
No, I didn't say it did. But if it did.
Oh, even if it did. Whatever. Because it's catchy. He said it the way he said it. It's catchy. Majority of the song. Niggas don't.
Why
niggas don't
ruled it like that though.
Nobody say she was living a vida loca. Like when the part come around, you know it. But the Thong Song, when you think of the Thong Song, you think that thong.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And that's some shit that came out of their experiences. The niggas who was involved with making that song. The nigga Sisqo said his mans just came in from busting some cheeks. And he was like, yo, I just got some. And guess what she gave me? That thong. And they turned it into a song. And that's what people hear when they hear the Thong Song.
That's why I gotta watch. See, all right.
So how the fuck do you own majority of the rights to my song for saying words that exist? Yeah, I could cut you off a piece. 20%, 10%. You know how much shit niggas did to put that song together?
Yeah.
Drums, violins. I just said the nigga paid the dude to do strings who did strings for Star Wars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You didn't have no impact over that into bringing that idea together.
You're right. I mean, listen, I don't know
why motherfuckers be greedy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it all boils down to. I'm saying he ain't really white, but He's Spanish, whatever he is.
But the dude who
the
wrote
white
the
nigga,
song,
right.
yeah,
It's white nigga, right.
yeah. So I don't know.
That's
That shit
just how
is
it go. You know that they don't want us getting success of anything they got to do. They don't want us getting success at all. And if they helping that, they don't want that. That's what it boils down to. They don't want that at all. The more they help us, the more they feel like they losing. So they ain't helping us, but we ain't gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? It's another topic.
one thing we need to highlight is that Bobby Shmurda came home.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Right.
Bobby came home. It's a fact. He lit. He back. You know what I mean? Back outside.
He's getting a lot of love.
Yeah, getting a lot of love.
What are your expectations for the music?
You
know, I just hope the music is gonna match up to the expectations. You know, if that's where he's at in his life.
Right now, I'm just excited he home. You know what I'm saying? Good to see the nigga home. Excuse me. As far as music, I'm not really too worried about. I feel like it's gonna come when it comes. It's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to see the nigga home. It's freedom. Everybody fiending for that. That's a nigga life though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a nigga just came back outside after 6-7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I seen the shit like yesterday. Or something. Him and Rowdy on Facebook. They don't even know how to work Instagram. This shit different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy to see the nigga home. You know what I'm saying? The music gonna come when it come. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fuck with it. I'm gonna go and tap in and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's good music. But you know, give a nigga time, like I always say. You know what I'm saying? He just came back outside. The expectation right now is not, I don't have high expectations. He just came back outside. You know what I'm saying? Be fair to get a nigga time. People expecting too much. That's when you put too much pressure on the artist. You know what I'm saying? He just came back outside. Get a nigga time, his freedom, family, so much shit. He getting back to life. He ain't see money in 6-7 years. Like, you know what I mean? Let that nigga get outside. Let him live his life. Let him get shit to talk about instead of just jail. He want to elevate. He ain't been outside to talk about shit. Let him get outside, get experiences, be able to move around. You know what I'm saying? Spend some of that money he got and be able to give niggas something to listen to. That's how I feel. So my expectation not too high right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to see the nigga home.
Yeah. Like you said, I'm glad he's home. Everybody's looking forward to the music. Mm-hmm. If that's where he's at in his life, where he's like, you know what, I'm ready to take over and drop some shit like the people been waiting on me, then I'm ready to receive the music. You know, if it's some shit that's forced, like, yo, you gotta get to work and you gotta drop some shit. Yeah. I don't really want it because I want some quality. Mm-hmm. You know, if you putting some music out, I definitely want some quality.
I agree.
But I think, you know, going through that much time, not being outside, you have something to talk about. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a elevated level of thinking. Mm-hmm. You know, you have new perspective. That's something that you went through that people didn't go through, and that's probably why. That's most of the time why people gravitate to you. Mm-hmm. So I think he's gonna have a lot to talk about. I think both of them are gonna have a lot to talk about. I like the fact that people in the industry are so willing to work with them. Mm-hmm. Because that helps too. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I've been seeing Quavo giving him Quavo giving him a lot of love, a lot of support. So it's good to see a lot of people highlighting that because
Brooklyn, you know.
Yeah, definitely that too. You know, a lot of bullshit get highlighted. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of a lot of shit that's lacking quality get highlighted, and stand up shit don't get highlighted. Mm-hmm. So. Mm-hmm. You know, it's very important that people see that, understand the impact that has on his life, the people around him,
and hip hop as a whole.
Hip hop.
Man, what they did, man, them niggas, man. I mean, how they held it down. That shit is gonna always be looked at as something, as something that's gonna go down in history. Where niggas in a situation so many times go take a different route, you know what I'm saying? They stood tall and did their time and came home, man. They should definitely get love, you know what I'm saying? So the music, that's something else, but as far as being, them as being niggas, from where I'm from, the streets, you know what I'm saying? They definitely should be celebrated, definitely should be appreciated, because they could have probably definitely put a lot of people in bad predicaments and took people from their families, and they took a sacrifice to be from their family, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
As far as the music, though, we going to see in due time. You know what I'm saying? We going to wait and see. But that's my take on it right now.
Last week, we were talking about what is drill. Mm-hmm. Right? And, you know, when I think of Bobby Shmurda, I think of some of that as a form of Brooklyn drill. Mm-hmm. I look at Bobby Shmurda as what popped it off for Brooklyn again. in all honesty, if you really want to go back to like a buzz, you could say Troy Ave. You know, he had some songs that was spinning on the radio, and he was trying. He was definitely trying to be the face of that. You had
I fuck with
ASAP.
Troy Ave.
You had ASAP Rocky. But when you talk about what like set it off, the
Yeah, Bobby
feeling,
Shmurda,
that disruption, I think it was definitely Hot Nigga. It wasn't supposed to be played on the radio. Niggas was talking about wild shit, you know, shit that was going on. You know, the way people gravitated to that is not the traditional way people gravitate to a song.
So niggas connected with it from the streets. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely got a lot of love from the streets. That's where the song blew up. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause niggas know where they was from. Niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was a lot of shit going on in different states where niggas was gravitating to a lot of street music. New York was looking for that identity and street song or street group.
So would you put like Shmurda, GS9 into drill?
Definitely.
You loop them into
Definitely.
drill?
Computers was a drill, like Computers is damn near a drill song with a catchy hook. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just wasn't that flow and beat. I feel like anything that you making that's trap orientated and murder orientated, if you putting it into a song and it has a certain vibe to it and it's not slow singing, it's definitely a drill type song. You know what I'm saying?
I think, getting back to the original question and your question from last week, what is drill? I feel like drill may be just this generation version of gangster music. Like, nobody be like, I'm gangster. You know, niggas say gangster in a different way. Like, niggas use gangster the way we use facts now. Niggas will complete a sentence and be like, gangster. You know? It's
So
the
it has a
period.
whole different
You know, so
feeling,
it's
yeah.
like nobody says gangster the same way. And when you think about when gangster hip hop or gangster music started getting played, the way the news looked at it, they described it as gangster music. And for a while, it was perceived as gangster music. Then we went through a transition, like you said, with trap music, that trap sound. So when you listen to trap, you think about trap, why do we describe it as trap? We describe it as trap because it's a disruptor. It got that gritty sound. It got that dirty sound. And niggas is talking ignorant on it.
The content is drug dealing in and a bunch of money making in, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically what we call trap. But that has something to do with when you mixing it up, it has something to do with drill, because that's what drill
Exactly.
rappers is
So
talking
that's what
about
I'm
too.
saying. So now we get to drill.
And now, not to cut you off, most of these drill rappers is talking about fashion and what they wearing. They ain't really talking about really killing too much. These niggas get on a drill beat or UK beat and talk about jeans they wearing and the chain they got and the shirt they got. So it's not really about too much killing either. It's just, I don't know what, and these niggas is claiming drill. It's just, I don't know, man. I feel like drills is a bunch of lanes, man. It's an open conversation that we can have on multiple, you know what I'm saying, different times and conversations, because there's certain artists that we could say that's drill that.
Drill is another form of gangster music.
Yeah, that's basically
that's
what it
that's
is.
today's term of gangster music.
That's basically
that's what I feel. You know,
I
we
could
had a
agree- I
point
could
where we
agree
went
with
through the
that.
trap era, and maybe, you know, people would still classify shit as trap, but is gangster music. If you set aside everything else from gangster music, you'll classify it as something else in hip hop. You'll classify it as conscious rap. You'll classify it as like right.
Or singing and I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? You right.
When you talk about drill, it's like I feel like it goes gangster rap, trap, drill, and then maybe there's something that comes after this. So I just wanted to answer your question from last week.
Yeah. And that's definitely like an open. We could keep having that conversation. That's something that, as music keep evolving and things keep happening, it's gonna keep changing. That answer is gonna always keep changing. I'm saying, because we got certain artists that might start drilling. You know what I'm saying? Singing and drill. Drake got certain drill songs that we could put in that category. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so it's just a lot of shit. We could keep having that conversation as shit go on. Definitely shed light on Brooklyn and what we doing out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's all positive, man. Hope y'all guys, I mean, definitely enjoying this, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, enjoying this vibe with us. You know what I'm saying, rocking with us. I mean, we here, man.
Right. It wasn't. We didn't have no real hostile moments. I'm waiting for you to say some.
Yeah, it might come next week with that list. I'm telling you, shit. Because you talking about 2020, 2016 artists. It might be a couple 2016 artists on there. I want to hear shit.
Okay.
All right.
Just make sure it can stand the test of time and it'll be valid.
All right. I got you.
What's your hot take for this week?
Shit, man. I'm trying to get back consistent working out, man. That's just my biggest thing this week. I'm trying to eat healthy. This nigga Kenny talking about this fucking this juicing and shit and all this. I'm gonna see if I could try it out.
You on your CMOS shit?
Nah, not no CMOS. I ain't with no fucking CMOS, but I'm gonna try to juice some apples, or you know what I'm saying, try to juice a couple shit, see if I don't know, because he talking all this green. I can't really eat greens, vegetables and shit like that, so I don't know. I'm gonna see, you know what I'm saying, see how I work out, but I'm definitely trying to get back on my workout shit, get back in shape, get ready for the summer, get ready to take these trips. My birthday in like 2 weeks. That's the biggest hot take, you know what I'm saying, my birthday in 2 weeks.
Facts.
We lit, we going up, turning up, God, you know what I'm saying, God bless, you know what I'm saying, make sure we here, you know what I'm saying. That's it. That's just 20. I'm going through. I went through a little midlife crisis. I'm getting closer to 30, man. That number getting scary. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. My birthday coming. I'm like, yeah, my birthday, but I ain't too happy, man. I'm getting too old. Shit feel crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a blessing to get this old. Blessing to be here with my family. You know what I'm saying? Love. I definitely been feeling a lot of love. No bad energy. It's been like this for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's been like this for a couple years. Good energy around me. I ain't got too much to complain about. Just trying to get better day by day. You know what I'm saying? That's it. How you feeling though, man? What's your hot take?
Your top 10 ain't gonna come nowhere near mine for a hit to hit battle. And not even hit to hit, but your shit ain't gonna touch mine. I don't think your songs are gonna be able to compete with mine.
All right.
I'm going to respect it because I know who you are. So I'm going to respect it.
I can let y'all know. Next episode is definitely going to be the episode where this shit start getting, because I ain't respect this shit on your list. I don't give a fuck what you talking about, nigga. Ain't giving shit on your list, no respect, nigga. What?
Yo.
Trash. I'm calling it now. This list trash. I don't want to hear no motherfucking Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like, I don't want to hear.
Nah, but this hip hop.
No. I'm saying, no. I'm talking about, I don't want to hear no Biggie on. Listen, look.
No, wait, no Biggie on top 10?
No Biggie on your top 10. I better not hear no Biggie on your top 10.
This nigga's hot.
But you gonna put Juicy on there?
This nigga's hot.
I'll go with Juicy. That's it. That's it. Listen, I don't want to hear. Look. I don't want to hear no songs. What I know, a bunch of Jay-Z songs.
What you gonna put a bunch of Adderall shit?
Look. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna make my top 10 and I'm gonna make his top 10. I'm gonna come in here and the songs he put on his top 10, I'm gonna make my top 10, and I think he gonna put. We'll see how many I'm right about. Cause I already know half of the shit you put on your top 10.
You know half of the artists.
I know half of the shit you put on
your
artists.
Top 10. You don't know what I'm putting on my top 10.
We gonna see next week, man. We're gonna have 50 push-ups on this. I gotta get at least 5 right out the 10.
Not happening. I don't know what the fuck you gonna have. This nigga might have some fucking some Gucci Gang on his fucking top 10.
Listen, man.
I ain't gonna
Gucci Gang might make it, man. I'm saying
this
Gucci Gang, man. He might make it up there.
This nigga's crazy.
Know, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a bunch of fly shit, bunch of hot shit. That's it. My top 10, a bunch of lyrics though. You know I'm going with that. I already told you. Come on, we ain't gonna go. Listen.
Yeah, make sure the lyrics are there. Make sure the lyrics are there. Make sure the lyrics are there, and make sure the stories are there, because I want to know where you were. We're gonna spend the whole episode.
All right.
We're gonna spend the whole episode going through your top 10, where you were when you received that music, why you put it in your top 10, and you're gonna have to vouch for your shits. I don't want no bullshit on there, because I'm going to question it.
Listen.
And then I'm gonna question whether you should ever say anything about music if your shit is not up to par. If I can't respect it,
and
I could swap it out for something else that you will like.
Listen, I don't respect your fucking top 10 from now. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't respect your shit from now, so I'm letting you know, man. So whatever you say about mines, my top 10 is gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You might agree with 5 of my top 10. You know what I'm saying? So,
No.
all right, we gonna see, man.
I might fuck with it. Like, I want everybody to participate in this once again. The No Need to Debate hip hop top 10
Yeah, send y'all list in too, man.
songs.
If y'all
No
got
Need
a
to
list,
Debate
send
hip hop
it in.
songs list.
Mhm.
All right, send y'all songs in, and we'll debate this. This was another episode of the No Need to Debate podcast. We out of here.
Stay safe, man.
Stay safe.
No Need to Debate, a podcast.